Hello everyone. So this is the second session for beginners, absolute beginners, and even people who are experienced can learn from it. So today's topic would be what is the home directory. If people who are new should know about it. Who are already aware, that's good. What is the tilde specific tilde sign, and when, how to use it, how to add a new user into your Unix environment, and how to switch from one user to another, and what are the terminologies like relative path and absolute path, and the use of some basic commands like move, copy, remove, get, ls with relative and absolute path. This is the agenda, but keep an eye on the video. You might find other commands also which I might use, and those could also be handy. Okay, so let's get started with home directory. Okay. So basically what happens is when you open the new terminal, okay, so let me try to open a new terminal like this, okay. So the new terminal, once someone opens, it is not necessary that your default directory can be home or any other. In this case, you can see it landed to the desktop directory, which is inside the home directory, okay. So this is how it is, but let's just come back to our main topic. So I'll close this terminal. So if I run only the command called cd, okay, and hit enter, and if I run my pwd command, so you will see that I am inside slash home slash pine, and this pine is my username, okay. So in the last class I told you how to know the username. There are two commands to check. You can run who am I to find your username, or you can also do echo dollar capital user. Both will give you the username. So under slash home you will have your user directory. So this is another directory, right? So you have, so your home directory would be slash home slash username, which is pine in this case. So let's see if there are more users. Okay, so we go to slash home only, and here I will do long listing. Okay, ls minus l. You can see there is another user, user one, which is also present in parallel to pine. So that means there is one more user, user one, who has the home directory under home. So we go to his home directory. So if we do this and we do pwd, so this slash home slash user one is the home directory of this user, user one. Okay. So we run the cd command again and do the pwd. We go back to our own home directory, which is home pine. So this is the concept of home directory. I hope it is clear. So how do you go to the home directory? You can just write a cd command and you will always go back to your home directory, or you can also do cd slash home slash pine. Okay, or the third way is, what is this tilde? So this tilde is actually nothing but it's a sign of your home directory. So you can do cd and then you do tilde. So the tilde will represent the home directory path. So you can again go back to your home directory. So you can see all three are the related to each other. So you can see that you can here the first example here I am giving the absolute path slash home slash pine. Here I am giving the tilde, which is the short form, and that's how you can reach to your home directory from any other directory. So let's say if I go to cd slash bin, so now I am the slash bin directory, or I do pwd, you can see I am in the slash bin directory. So I can again do cd space tilde, and if I run pwd again, you will see slash home slash pine. This is how you can go back to your home directory. And what if you want to see what is there in my home directory, you can run the long list command, and you see there are so many directories in the blue, and there are some files like here proxy.txt is one file, and these are these are the things you can find in your home directory. So basically we are inside the pine directory, and then we are going to the yt directory, and then we go to Unix for beginners directory. Okay. Now if I do the pwd, you can see that the slash home slash pine is my home directory, and inside my home directory I have another subdirectory pine, and then another directory yt, and then finally we are into Unix for beginners directory. So this is my path where I am working. I hope it is clear. Okay. So let's see what we have to see. So for example, if you want to add a new user into your Unix, by the way, if you are working in a company, you cannot add a new user by yourself. It is done by the root, and the root is mainly given to the IT team, not you. But if you are working on your own local Unix system, or own Ubuntu, you can create multiple users just to check. So you can run sudo and then write a add user command and give the user new username. So you say user 2, and then after that you give the password of that user 2. So I'm giving a password for the user 2, re-entering the same password again. Now here I will give the name of the user. So I call this name as the user 2. Room number is the office room number, not required. Work phone not required because it's demo. Home phone not required. So you just keep on entering without entering anything, just like that, and just say Y, capital Y at the end. Okay. So this way you can create. So now as soon as you created another user 2, so look what will happen. So if I go to home directory again, okay, and run the ll, the long list command again, you can see that the automatically for user 2 also the home directory for user 2 is also created. So you can go to user 2 and pwd. So this would be the home directory for the user. So every user will have its home directory just like yours, so that they can always work in their home directory because they will have the right permissions, correct permissions to work on. But right now, who am I? So if I run who am I? I am the Pine user, and if I do the cd command, my home directory is home Pine, right? So if I was the user one, if I would have done cd command, then I would it would pwd would return home slash user one. So every user will respectively go to their home directory by the cd command. So let's show you something different here. Su. So the switch user command will allow you to switch from one user ID to another user ID or user account, if you know the password, obviously, okay. But this is a demo. So let's just switch to user 2. So a command is su called switch user. Now I will give the user 2 password, which I know, okay. But in the company you will not know, right? So this is for the demo. So you see now if I run who am I? So no, look, now the who am I will return you user 2. Now I am acting as a user 2. So if I run the cd command now and do a pwd command, you will see that now my home directory is home user 2. Okay. Long list. There is only 3 files present in my home directory, but in my Pine home directory I had more files, right? So now how do you switch back to Pine user again? So there are two ways. You can run su and Pine and give the user ID, the password for Pine, like this, right? Now if you run the cd command again and do the pwd, you are into the home Pine directory. Do long list, you will see the files again. So that's one way of coming back. Or the second way is you can directly run the exit command once you use the su command. Let's say su to user 2, and after giving the password you will become the user 2. Then you run the exit command and enter, then it will exit and come back to the Pine user again. But that's not you can do either way, okay. You can try at your end. But if I run the exit command here directly like this, because there is no more switching, so it will close the terminal. Make sure you don't run exit here, because here you cannot switch back to another account, right? Because this is the core Pine account. So it will close the terminal itself, which we don't want. Okay, let's check next. So what are the relative path and absolute path? So let's check about it. Let's talk about it. So if I write, if anything start with the path start with first slash, and then so let's go here. So we are into the absolute first path of the Unix, which is the root path, which is a slash path. If I run the ls minus l command, you will see these are the directories which are created by the root when you install the Ubuntu. So here you will see slash, remember slash home, right? So this home is also one of the directory under the root path. So we can do cd home now, right? Because there's a home directory, right? So if I do pwd, now I am under slash home. Let's do a long listing. So you see the three users explained earlier. So let's go back to Pine directory now. Okay. So now if you do pwd, so this is home slash home slash Pine. This is the absolute path because the path start with the first slash. So when the path start with the first slash, which is a root slash, the very first, then it is called as a absolute path. Okay, so this is the absolute path. Then, okay, if this is the absolute path, then what is the relative path? I'll give you an example. So for example, if you want to go directly to user one's home directory, so there are two ways to go. You can go with the absolute path by this command slash home slash user one. Correct? This is the absolute path you have used, and then now you can see you have gone to user one directory. Now let's go to user two home directory with using the relative path. So relative path means go to, so okay, just see where are you? Slash home slash user one. But where is user two? Under home slash home, right? That means you are at one level, you need to go one level back to be able to go to slash home. So you write dot dot and then slash user two. So this way I'll be still be able to go to user two home directory, but this time I'm using the concept of relative path because I am using this path of user two home directory as a relative to my current working directory path. Relative path, right? Enter pwd. I am still in the user, now I am in user home directory of the user two. So this is the relative path concept. I hope the concept is clear. If not, please feel free to ask questions or doubts in the comment section. So this is the concept of relative path and absolute path. Now let's check some of the commands like move, copy, remove, cat, ls using the relative and absolute path. Very simple. So let's start with our ls. So let's check what is present in our home directory using the absolute path. Right? We can do that. So if you run ls, you already know that under home we have three directories. You can also see here. So where are we currently? pwd. I am still in my home directory and I can still use the absolute path to check something. So for example, if I want to go slash users home slash user 2, I can still check. So there is nothing here, right? But let's check the long listing. So if I write ls minus la means also list the hidden files or directories. So you can see in home user 2 or in the users 2 home directory, there are these three files present, right? So now you can check the same thing in. So the objective of this is that you are not doing the cd, you are directly run the ls command and checking the other user's home directory content by absolute path method. So this is the content of user 1. Now let's check the content of user 2 again by using the relative path, one level back, go to user 1 and enter. So you can see nothing. Why? Because it's not, hidden directories are not shown only by ls. You have to use la also, long list and a. Enter, and now you can see the user one's home directory content. So this is very easy, right? So you can always use absolute and relative path in any command. Okay, so let's clear the screen and let's see where I am. Okay, so if you do pwd, I'm currently in users 2 home directory. So let's go back to my own home directory. How? Cd command, right? pwd. So I am in my home directory, and if you do ls or long list, you can see lots of files are here, right? So now let's go back to our working directory called Pine YT Unix for beginners, right? Long list. These are the files. Now let's use cp and say, okay, I want to copy my f11, which is present in my current working directory, right? F11 is present here. in my, so look, tilde I told you about home directory path is tilde slash home slash pine, small pine is my home directory path. So tilde is represented by that. And after that, I have a pine directory, a YT directory, and then finally Unix for beginners directory. So now it is very clear what is this path. So let's copy this F11 to my home directory. So I can do it, right? Slash home slash pine. Okay, this is I'm using the absolute path to copy. So now I have been able to copy my F11 file into my home directory. How to check? I can run ls minus l and then run absolute path slash home slash pine and just hit enter. So you can see there is a F11 I copied. So F11 is present now. Okay, check the timestamp also. It's like now. I created just now, copy. Okay, so but where I am currently in my Unix for beginners directory, right? I have not changed my path. Now what I will do, I will delete this F11 from my home directory, okay, by relative path. So if I want to use relative path, how many directories I have to go back to reach to my home directory? Look, one is this, second is this, third is this, and then fourth is my home directory. So I have to write dot dot slash dot dot two times, then third time. So these three dot dots here with slash will, so first dot dot means I have gone back one directory back, means at YT directory. Second is pine directory, and then third is my home directory. So I'm in my home directory. Now if I run F11 here, so this F11 basically is the F11 is the file which is present in my home directory, which I just copied in the previous step. Hit enter. So in my current working directory means that PWD I can still see F11, but from home directory it will be gone. How to check? Let's go to home directory and check. Okay, do LL. So you can see there is no F11. F11 has been now deleted by me. Let's go back to our current working directory or the working directory where I was working. So cd hyphen enter. I go back to my current working directory. So, very simple. So let's do one more task. I will move my F2 file to one level back. So dot dot only. Okay, enter. So if I do LL again, you see that F2 is gone. So let's go back to one level back and again do LL. You can see F2 has been now moved one level back, right? So now let's move back, let's move F2 back to under Unix for beginners. So do mv F2 and then give the directory name. So this way the F2 will be moved inside this directory. Okay, because F2 is a file and this is the directory. So it will not be renamed. Okay, just remember the concept of rename. But here, because when we give the file and the directory in the move as a this F2 is the source and destination is my directory. So the file F2 will be moved inside this directory. Okay, always remember. Enter. Now go back to Unix directory again and do LL. So you can see now F2 has come back. So this is a very easy concept, but very handy for beginners. You should be really be practicing all about relative path, absolute path. Use RM command, MV command, CP command, ILS command, cat command. For example, if I do cat and then tilde, home directory, right? And then slash, let's cat our dot bash rc file. Enter. So sorry, cat, not cd. So do a cat command on my bash rc like this. Enter. So you can see that I am able to cat my .bashrc file, hidden file, which is present in my home directory. So it's very easy to use the relative path, and you can check the content of a file which is present at some other path. So play with all these commands and get familiar. It will help you for in the long run and to grab a basics fundamental for Unix and make you very strong in the programming and the scripting. So this is it, guys. I hope you learned something new today. Keep practicing. If you have questions, ask in the comment section. Like the video, share it with your friends so that they can also learn. And yeah, keep commenting and do your likes to the videos. Cheers. Thank you.